Thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Welcome to the EatDesignRepeat party and the big finale of Nairobi Design.
Thank you, guys. It's been a whole week of amazing stuff. We've been able to see so much happening, so many amazing creatives, and learn so much. If you haven't seen any of it yet, check our YouTube. It's all there. Check our website, nairobidesignweek.com/2021 for all the activities that have happened this week. Live streams every day. And today we have the Eat Design Repeat party. Get to meet the creatives who made this happen, the brains behind all this. Interact with them, share, and just let's have a good time. Awesome. Yeah, let's play some Nairobi Yetu. Nairobi Yetu, thanks Blocker. Blocker has produced the Nairobi Yetu album, and it's been the soundtrack for the entire festival. So if you've been hearing some nice music there, Nairobi Yetu, check it out. Go listen to the whole album. It's full of banging music. It's 12 songs in it. It's amazing creative. I love all the songs in it. Just listen to it. For today's session, we're gonna have we'll have some bit of an icebreaker, which will be a question that we can ask each other, and Nairobi Yetu Blocker will talk more about that, and we'll have the NDW team talk more about what we've been up to. Bakita will share some music, some live sessions, some live jamming. Nyambura from Akoya, shout out to Akoya, will come and tell us more about what they're up to. Colin Briano and Ian Tico were supposed to join us, but may not really be available due to network issues. We'll just play a bit of their performances. You'll love them. It's some contemporary dance performances. We'll have Wanjiro, who's already here, tell us more about a really interesting project that will involve like artists from here and artists from Canada. Looking forward to hearing more about that. We'll have Finoche music video. Mos Mos is just launching tonight, so we'll be the first people to actually watch it. It's taken on a whole team to make it work. So thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Sogalo. Thank you, Adrian, and Eve, and all of the people who are involved in making this music video. We launch it tonight. Then we'll have Creative Garage tell us more about Sondeka Festival, which is coming up. And then we'll close up with another icebreaker and just chill out. And if you want to hang out some more, it's a Saturday, let's hang out. Thank you. Let's us listen some bit of Nairobi Yetu and then have an icebreaker.
Yeah, and Blocker, if you have some insights for us on this album, and if you'd like to listen to a particular track.
Mm-hmm.
Music video out soon. I had to plug that one there.
Get on my level, man. Get on my field. Stay at the kitchen if you're ready to eat. I got much on my plate. Contemplate on my cake. You can't eat if you fake. You either give or you take. You do the math in this case. Don't get put in your place. You get checked in your face. So much game you get laced. How only party no trace. How only where's no stress. OCP me don't test. I know your move no flex. Nairobi Yetu NY. Nairobi Yetu NY. Nairobi Yetu NY. Nairobi Yetu NY.
I might just have lost it. Young boss man, stop on the floor up, get assaulted. Big bad kama hostage. Wacha kujidai weni mdosi we.
Nairobi yetu emba, Nairobi yetu emba, Nairobi yetu emba, Nairobi yetu emba. I'm the man around town, yeah they follow, yeah they see me. Wish would I'm Aladdin, he a genie. I pray to God that my ball last call. She say you want some alcohol. Yes, of course, 300 horses, blacked out Porsches. All they do is talk, all we do is bossing. This that raw, no stopping, we taking off, cruise control. Glide through the universe like a comet. No guns nowadays, niggas comment. This beat so sick, vomit on the sweater, moms get their feel the frequencies, but I just got to be the one who sees my scenes. Everybody.
We just got a request to put up a tune, so why not?
I just know that in this fine time, when I unwind, I just look into my mind like, yeah. In time, we got the tribe like, yeah, in flight.
Eastside Motherland, Zion 254. Hey, check it out. K-E-N, yeah.
Get on my level, man. Get on my field. Stay out the kitchen if you're ready to eat. I got much on my plate. Contemplating on my cake. You can't eat if you fake. You either give or you take. You do the math in this case. Don't get put in your place. You get checked in your face. So much game you get laced. How only party no trace. How only wears no stress. OCP me don't test. I know your move no flex. Nairobi yetu emba. Nairobi yetu emba. Nairobi yetu emba. Nairobi yetu emba.
Hey, Nairobi, it's survival only. Nipeka kitu I'm flying sioni. Did at the party, kwani, nipe kinywaji, triple I'm saucy, kila wakati. I might just have lost it. Young boss man, stop all the flossing. Wanna ringa all the roses. Who's really got all the poses? Nakata nga maji ka Moses. Nadunga nga rangi ka Joseph. I'm sorted, act up, get assaulted. Big bad kama hostage. Wacha kujidai weni mdosi we.
Nairobi yetu emba. Nairobi yetu emba. Nairobi yetu emba. Nairobi yetu emba. I'm the man around town, yeah they follow, yeah they see me. Wish would I'm Aladdin, he a genie. I pray to God that my ball last call. She say you want some alcohol. Yes, of course, 300 horses, blacked out Porsches. All they do is talk, all we do is bossing. This that raw, no stopping, we taking off, cruise control. Glide through the universe like a comet. No guns nowadays, niggas comment. This beat so sick, vomit on the sweater, moms get their feel the frequencies, but I just got to be the one who sees my scenes. Everybody's all about just who's just trying to get the screen. But I just know that in this fine time, when I unwind, I just look into my mind like, yeah. In time, we got the tribe like, you're in flying, but you know I always fly like, yeah. Why lie? I'm like Mike, but you know I grab the mic, cause I'm ready just to flow like a ghost. Don't even hit me though, you just know that I'm that who just be hitting the post. Yeah, life can be tough, but you gotta just
Mos Mos, lenga stress.
in the scene, yo. Let's talk that, but you know we always peep, yeah. We ain't got to be the who look for defeat, yeah. We just got to rise like we young kings. We just got to rise like we young kings.
Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. And as we settle into the day, just want to say thank you so much for everyone's input. this festival. It's been a community work, and we can't wait to share more this year and just do more together. Despite the pandemic, despite anything, we're grateful. We're grateful for life, being together.
Thank you very much for doing that.
So happy to have Loka and Synergy here, and I'm gonna be presenting now the tracks. We're listening to Nairobi by Loka. I'll just let him talk about it a bit. Tell us, what this album is about and what the people in this album, the music. I'll let you take the lead, Loka.
Hey guys, so this is the album, 12-track album, produced by myself, mastered as well. Creative process, of course, this is Nairobi 8. I always say this is an album for Nairobi. It took lots of different, creatives involved within the city to get this project going, from the artwork to the beats to the recording to the mixing, mastering, and now, of course, to the marketing of it and also making music videos. I mean, just creating content around the whole scene and movement that we're trying to do. But yeah, for me, it was such a good year last year, even while we were in COVID, but it gave us the time, especially me and the homies, to really sit down, make some instrumentations that were different, and just have that time to record and create a whole album. And I don't know, now I can talk moving forward where we're at now. So we're starting to do the music videos for Nairobi 8, and hopefully that can bring more traction to the whole scene, and because it's showcasing a lot of creatives within the industry and just a new format of what is a music video here in Kenya. Everyone has that Nairobi music video that they always identify to, but we're now trying to take it to a whole new level.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, everyone should check this out. It's fire. It has a lot of musicians, and shout out to all the musicians who've been involved: Guru Gang, Shapaman, Vinos and Mawingo, everyone, be accurate. There's so many. Thank you so much for your amazing work. We'll continue playing it and continue jamming. Really looking forward to the music video too. Yeah.
How did the artwork come about? Because I really wanted to ask you and Jesse Tamara how you created this, because you said it went through a lot of iterations.
Yeah, we went through quite a few edits from the original piece to the end product. We probably went through 9 or 10 different cover arts and what made sense. Even in the beginning, it was Africa as the symbol, and we decided, no, let's change it to Nairobi. So there's lots of different meanings also within the artwork that we really, we had to talk about and choose specifically and see where does it fit, how does it flow with the whole theme. Also moving to the background. The background is quite simple, where it's a galaxy, open space, and yeah, we also just wanted to create that mystique, and something that would grab also the central piece and really center Kenya right in the middle.
Yeah, it does feel like a combination of like old school to new school, to just the changes that Kenya has gone through, and it feels hip hop. It feels fresh, man. This is cool collage work. Feels
yeah,
really
and you can see from the top, it starts with also a New York set of theme, because of course this is where hip hop originated from, and using NY. NY is also a flip of New York. Instead of using NY New York, let's now any hats that we see, that's now Nairobi too. So we're also trying to bring this, this new culture of hip hop started in New York, but this is now our turn to kind of define what Kenyan hip hop is and how Kenyan hip hop can sound.
Yeah, feels futuristic.
Yeah.
And what about the musicians? How'd you get to meet them? As you say, they're homies.
Yeah, most of them are really people I've known for a long time. You know, some of them I went to high school with. Some of them, you know, I met through these hectic streets of Nairobi. Whether it's business wise, whether it's just, you know, meeting at the club. So and for me, I always say, yeah, it was a really organic experience within the studio, because it was just the people that would normally be in that situation, and this time we were just serious in the sense of, yeah, we're trying to create something, you know, that can talk to people our age and talk to people who are coming up and people who are just, you know, the pioneers of a hip hop, such as Guru Gang. You know, for me, I also had to look back and say, okay, is this enough just having the homies, or should we as well, you know, let's incorporate Guru Gang on the first track, you know, showcasing where Kenyan hip hop started to where we're at now. So it, you know, it shows a cool flow of the beginnings of Kenyan hip hop to, yeah, this new scene we're trying to bring.
Awesome. Are there like more songs that there are 12 songs in this album. I'm wondering, did you have to cut off some songs, or did you just get down to these are the 12
Yeah,
songs?
no, for sure. Like at first we had over 30 songs, you know, uh, and for me it was now to pick and select which ones should go first, you know, on this first album, showcasing my versatility, showcasing the different artists. But on my side, I'm ready to release another 2-3 albums even tomorrow. So it's just about now planning and marketing and how to really, you know, give the fan base, you know, music that they can really absorb and take up. And maybe end of this month I might be releasing something, but for now it's, yeah, focusing on this album, having more music videos coming out, having more things, you know, just talking more about it until now I introduce a whole new concept.
Man, we look forward to that. There's
Yeah.
gonna be another banger. Awesome. Yeah. So I'll let Adrian play some bit of more of Nairobi Yetu, and we can listen to a song.
Cool.
What song would you like?
Let's play Nothing to Prove. For me, this is my favorite song off the album, and really just a cool vibe when you can play it at home, you know, on a live stream, in the car, wherever you're at. This features Miss Katana, half Kenyan, half Danish singer, really talented. Vocals are ridiculous. Chapaman, Guru Gang,
Kijana umezima nitakuwashia taa, rada yangu safi baby uwezi kataa, hapa bila breaks utabaki tukicha. I don't have nothing to prove, no. I don't have nothing to prove, no. Nakushow how to let it flow, you can let it go. Let's just take it slow.
Bado tunanyang'anya cheza kama wewe bana, it's just too much, we suffer, usicheze na maisha brother. Everybody say whoa, protect your head, watch for your heart. Mama ndio ananiombea, madem wananisomea, chorea kuchanganya Hennessy na beer, kila mtu ako na bay, but everything ain't for sale. Hey, get it straight from the mail, sent to the hotel, getting the shillings and everything swell. Look how we gel, getting it in the morning. Baby girl, you know it's all in. We better not, everyone out here dangerous. Baby girl, don't be afraid of us. Like a beat and a sharp man.
Mtani katana wa mtaa, kijana umezima nitakuwashia taa, rada yangu safi baby uwezi kataa, hapa bila breaks utabaki tukicha. I don't have nothing to prove, no. I don't have nothing to prove, no. Nakushow how to let it flow.
Go flani kabisa.
Thank you so much for the music. I see Finoshe is right here with us, and today is gonna be the launch of Mos Mos music video, which he also talked about during Nairobi Design Week Festival. We're excited for that, Finoshe. So congrats on that. Could you tell us more about Mos Mos? Finoshe. I don't know whether he had us, but yeah. He'll come back, he'll come back. Meanwhile, we have Jesse online, and Jesse is the videographer and editor behind a lot of the stuff you've seen on our feed, behind the festival, behind the trailers. Jesse, we'd love for you to tell us your experience. Oh, yay, Jesse and Jimmy. Good to see you guys.
True. Good to see you too.
And Jimmy is also one of the participants, so it's good that you can both give us your experiences.
Okay, let Jimmy start.
Okay, it was grateful to be a part of Nairobi Design Week. At least you meet creatives and know that there are so many creatives out here, and there's a brilliant works that they're doing, and so many things that inspire you and make you want to do better than what you're doing currently. So it was a
Lost you a bit. Lost you there, Jimmy. I think you muted yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I was saying it's grateful to be part of Nairobi Design Week. It was a wonderful experience actually, and you meet so many creatives that inspire you to do new and better things than what you are doing. So I'm so happy to be part of it, and I hope I will be part of it over and over again, and also meet so many creatives that will inspire me to be better than who I am today. So I'm happy and satisfied actually to be part of it.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing. You know, during the festival, you shared a bit more about your experiences as a poet, as a musician, as a dancer, and where all that started. And yeah, it was interesting that until now, you're still discovering parts of yourself that may not have come.
Guys, mute yourselves when you're not chatting.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so yeah, how did it all start? How did you find yourself in the creative industry, and until now, how's it going so far?
So actually, for me to meet Nairobi Design Week was through my brother Jesse, since he's a part of you guys. So he invited me over to the first time when we were opening the court. Yeah, so I was among the skaters. So I came there to skate, and then I was introduced to Nairobi Design Week, and then that's how I started my journey with you guys.
What about your journey as a creative? When did you start owning your creativity and feeling like this is exactly what I want to do with my life?
I started my journey, let's say 2018. Yeah, 2018 is when I began my journey as a poet by going to Poetry After Lunch every Thursday afternoon. Yeah, so that's where I started my journey as a creative. And then dancing, I started 2017, just doing my dances. Yeah, And singing, actually, it's a part of me. I can say that. So yeah, that's my journey and how I started until now. So I'm continuing as a poet, frequently writing. Ideas come, ideas go, but they never cease to come. So when they come, I write down my poetry. Actually, I have a lot written down in my book. So maybe I'll record them and send them to you guys. One.
That would be nice. And
Yeah.
yeah, I've been reading the ones you put up on EatDesignRepeat app, and they're really, really nice also.
Yeah, those ones are just my experience, my daily experience, like what you see every day in your daily lives. What story do you have about it? Like if someone was to tell you to explain how today was in your own words, how would you explain your experience today? So if I notice something today, I might write it, like maybe I might write about this online festival today. So yeah, that's how I write.
Nice, nice. Jesse, how has it been for you editing all this content?
It's been a wonderful experience, and to be honest, I've never edited. Uh, Let me say this much of footage in one project. So yeah, it's been a wonderful experience, and there'll be more coming. Yeah, so guys, keep on the lookout. Good stuff coming starting next week. Yeah.
There's so much more coming that we prepared for you. And yeah, next week is going to be good.
Yeah, for real.
Pinochet, are you back now? Okay, I guess I'll let Pinochet prepare himself. Oh, you're back, Pinochet?
Yeah, we have the trailer for
Hey,
Mos
man.
Mos that we can play, but we'd love to know, Finochet, I'm keeping my camera off here for bandwidth, but we'd love to know, Finochet, about Mos Mos. Tell us about the song, how it came about.
I just plugged the headphones in the wrong thing. Oh yeah, I'm here. So what's up?
Tell us about this song. Would you like us to play the trailer first, or would you like to tell us about it first?
Okay, you can show the trailer first for the people to see it.
Let's do it.
Mos Mos, lenga stress, usitense boss, take it slow mo, life in Mos Mos, lenga stress, usitense boss, take it slow mo, life in Mos Mos.
Tell us.
Oh yeah, so about Mos Mos, should I, begin with how I made the whole song to come into reality, or I just jump into, telling people what's Mos Mos about?
Tell us everything, it'd be nice to know how it all began, just to know the story.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mos Mos actually is the fourth track in my album, which I released in 2020. I personally made the beats, from scratch, and my inspiration is just pulled from jazz. Like if you listen to the track, it's Afro jazz, and I had fun making the track. I wrote the lyrics. My voice isn't good, for singing, so well, after I wrote the whole song, I had a friend of mine who is called Davidon. I just told her, hey, I have this track. Can you please, like sing on it, because I don't have good vocals to sing on the track. So she agreed. That's how we made it, And even before I actually released the whole album out, I shared with you guys, asked for your opinion, and you told me it was a good track. Now, the story behind it is, like trying to remind us our childhood memories, children, African children's, memories, how we used to play brikicho, which is called hide and seek, balance the ball. And these are games which I used to play, during physical education in primary school and also in the hood, while we were just young. And I just wanted to bring it into reality. Now, on the visuals, I approached the Nairobi Design Week team. That's Adrian and Etimu, who have been you guys have been my friends. I've known Adrian since 2018, and I just told them like, you guys come up with something, like you guys are creative. We've been talking, you've been listening to my music, you've been so supportive, and I just approached you guys and I told you like, can you come up with something, maybe a video? I shared with you the story behind it, and we made it come true. We shot it at Kiambu, Ushago, and Dagoretti, and happy. Like people are eager, toward the full music video because of the snippet that have been, sharing, and people really want to, to watch the whole thing. And I'm really proud and I'm happy that this is coming into reality. Shout out to Jesse, Sogalo, Etemo, Adrian. So yeah, unless you want me to add something on top.
I'm just sharing the behind the scenes content that we created. So these are all the shots that we took. Yeah, it's Kiambu. We're just trying to get the right light and scenes. So Kiambu is really beautiful. It's where I stay, and you can see the landscape really, really green. That's what we were looking for, kind of childhood memories, right?
Yeah.
Where did you grow up in Finoche?
Oh, okay. So I was born in Busia County. I grew in Nairobi. Part of my childhood, is from Kibera. I grew in Kibera. No, for a long time, before we moved to another place, which I don't want to say the name because I don't feel comfortable telling people where I moved, where I moved to from Kibera. But currently I'm staying at my place in Thika Road. Yeah. But I was just inspired by, growing up and as a child, playing, getting back at home past 6 p.m., getting whooped by your mom while you're late, getting your clothes dirty. This is the best, one of the best childhood memories that I recall. And yeah. But
How did you get
I'm from Kibera. I'm from Kibera. I usually tell people I'm from Kibera. I'm proud, and I say it, proudly. I'm from Kibera because that's where it all started. And as and growing up, like being in high school, primary school, everything after we moved out from Kibera, I used to do like almost everything in Kibera. Went to play football, in Kibera, went to get my clothes to buy them in Kibera and all that. And I have friends from Kibera, so like my heart is just in Kibera. That's why I named my album Son from Kibera. My EP, the one I released I think in 29, I named it Kids Era. Like it's the love, I'm using the inspirations from the hood, to do my music. And actually, what I'm going to be releasing next, you guys, you ain't ready. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna be releasing next, Finoche?
I have several projects. I've been going to the music store to pick samples, Kenyan music from the 1930s, 40s. People are not really aware that Kenya used to be, how should I put it? They used to be the center of music in the whole of Africa. And actually, one of the artists whom most people don't celebrate, Daudi Kabaka, is the first Black African artist in the whole world. to ever top the European charts. So, I just, after realizing that, I went, to the history of our Kenyan music, how it started, the people who founded it, So I've been checking out samples, and the owner of the music store that I usually go to pick samples used to have a record label, and artists from Congo, all over Africa used to come there to record, and it has been a good experience. He's teaching me new stuffs. He's telling me, how I should produce my music, and I'm eager to learn, as you and that Adrian know. I like, learning from new people and having new experiences. So just know whatever I'm going to release is going to be dope, so dope. Yeah.
And we look forward to that. We look forward to more music, more life, and more creativity. And really, other than your music, you do a lot of other stuff that it would be nice to share too. You've been doing some projects with Kibera and just trying to uplift people's spirits.
Yeah. Besides music, I'm a philanthropist, and this is what I usually do. I'm not earning much, as a musician with what I'm making, but each and every month, whatever I get from my royalties, I usually, take like 30% for charity work. And I've been doing that not because I want people to be like, oh, he's helping people or something like that. It's the environment that I grew in, seeing people, going for days without meals, people going for days, some kids don't have books and all that. So what I usually do, me and my friend Brian Amimo Lulu Da Vinci, usually edits the African Design Week podcast. So we usually, just set time once in a month to do a charity events, help people, and try to inspire people with our music, with whatever we are doing, I'm also a business person. I sell juggernauts. You're addicts of juggernauts. They are peanut burritos, like they are the best in Kenya. I can actually debate on that. If you ain't going to buy that, I'm just going to pull off an imaginary Glock, put it in your head, pop.
Oh man, awesome. Yeah, the yaganas are very tasty. The yaganas are very tasty. We've been having them as snacks and very tasty. Check them out. Yaganat. Your page is Yaganat Official, right?
Yeah.
Yaganat Official on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Awesome,
Actually,
awesome.
our website is coming. We've been working,
Nice. Yeah. I'll let Adrian play some more songs from Nairobi Ghetto album. I don't know who. We'll let one person choose. I'll let maybe who's on. I don't know whether Adam has listened to Nairobi Ghetto album, but could you choose a song that you'd like to hear? Or next person.
What we've been through, ain't nobody's biz, I just went through. Pull up in the Benz,
chasing paper. I gotta do it for the fam, it's now not later. Narrator to my own life, cousins flossing up, I'ma floss up too, it's only right. It's all love here, no spite. My people came down from the Nile, so versatile. The way my ancestors built a pile of riches that no man can curse. Forbidden fruit, white hands in the black man's purse. Our kingdoms were never spoken, but they took from us. The chosen land in Jah we trust. Strong roots, no bust. When you build like this, society against you, it be dangerous. No person can ever tarnish my name. No person can ever do the same. No person can ever tarnish my name. No person can ever do the same. Don't slander us.
What we've been through, ain't nobody's biz. I'll just swing through. Pull up in the Benz with a crew. What you tryna do? Yeah, you can do.
Oh, we could all listen to this all night. Huh? Check out the album. Look for Nairobi all platforms. We have it on YouTube, Spotify. Look for Nairobi.
Sound like winter nights reminiscing, wrapped under covers, feeling snuggy. And yet I grew up in spaces that far from fluffy. My mama said, keep your head up, ain't nobody that can touch me. Eastside boy, I know it's in the blood, but now I'm thinking about my brother laying lifeless in the mud. Listen, the pain deep, I felt my heart bleed. Long nights just lost in these dark Nairobi streets. Hey, plenty there, homie, shorties on the wrong steeds. Trauma, pain, and all that comes with. But now we back to back wins, it's all clear. Gotta do it one time for Mikey, cause he's watching me. And now we chasing peace, and now I'm about my grease. You know I move with ease, until my time is seized. Yeah, until my time is.
So, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So, today we are having a launch party, and it's EatDesignRepeat launch party. This is an app that we created for, for the community to see how people can connect further and to have a platform where creatives can easily connect and share their work, and a platform where we can easily refer clients to if they need, any kind of creative, say photographers, illustrators, etc. And it's actually an app. You can even have it in your phone, in any device. It's called EatDesignRepeat. And we are so grateful and so excited to share with you the content that's in here. There is so much good stuff that people have signed up. Thank you to all the amazing creatives who've signed up to the app. As you can see, as I'm scrolling, this is the homepage. We have an opportunities section where we put up coming opportunities. Currently, we have Under Our Skin Film Festival. They introduced their project yesterday during a live stream. So check it out. It's on our YouTube, Under Our Skin. They talk more about this project, and the submission deadline is on the 25th, I think. So check it out for all the filmmakers. It's about human rights. And we have another opportunity, What Design Can Do, the No Waste Challenge, which is also coming to an end soon. I think the 20-something is a deadline. So if you have design ideas that you've created that are geared towards solving problems, creatively, check it out. What Design Can Do. Your ideas can always be part of these projects too. And we have our newest members. Thank you, Baibui, Rael, Ida, Trevor, Majid. Majid is actually from Benin. Thank you so much. We had the woman video in Nairobi Design Week Festival that was actually from Majid. And we have Bakita, who's going to be joining us soon to have a live performance. So if you check the app, you're able to see, let's check out who's just joined us. By Bui, you can share an audio, as you can see here. There's an audio, which can be anything. For a musician, can be a song. For someone like me, who's a creative, can just be like, hey, I'm Naitiemu, this is what I do. You can add some images. You're allowed to have a carousel. So, wow. So, wow, by Boy, beautiful. You can have a carousel.
Check this out. It's amazing. By Boy,
Yeah.
Thank you for signing up. We're discovering so many new people to us. So this is amazing. And it's amazing that we can pass your work on to other people now as well.
Beautiful. And you can have a link on your social, Facebook, Instagram, or you can add Twitter, etc. Thank you. So this has been the new talent. And Rael, check them out. Everyone has amazing profiles here. And then we have our latest video, which is more or less what we have been up to. Currently, we have a podcast we had with Batsirai Madzonga, and it's a highlight from the podcast. Batsirai Madzonga is the creator of the Sankofa typeface, and we are using the Sankofa font as our theme font. So you can see the word together, even in my background right here. It's written in Sankofa font, and it's an African-inspired font, and he talks about the creation process. So please check him out. Check out how Sankofa came about and how we need to have more inclusive design systems. We also have talent right here. We have a bunch of amazing creators who signed up to the app. You can see we have 3D animations, motion design, AR, VR, architecture, art. There's so much art, audio and sound production, communication, community. So there's a bunch of talent you can find. So if I click on Rosemary, who's signed under fashion, Rosemary, we featured Rosemary in Nairobi Design Festival. So check out her story there. Thank you for sharing. And you can see her images for sustainable fashion and the story behind it. You can contact her, get to know about it, and check out the interview. She told us more about this project during Nairobi Design Festival and how it was inspired by the animals that are tortured. It was all about, it's a vegan-based project for sustainable fashion. Anyway, there's so much more content here. Thank you for all who've signed up. We have literally all the creatives who you've seen. We have blocker bits here, so you can find out more from the creatives who we've featured in Nairobi Design Week. You can find out more about what they do right here in the app. Pinochet. So I can't go through all of them because there are so many. I'll let you go through it at your own time. There's good content. Thank you, creatives. We have organizations also. So if you have an organization, we have Nairobi Design Week, London Design of Architecture, so many organizations that artists or creators can connect with and get to work with. So if you want to be on the lookout for what's happening, check out the organizations. Free Mind Sessions, who we had an amazing session with them on Thursday about collective creative consciousness. So check that out on our YouTube, and many, many more. We have events coming up. Currently, we have Nairobi Design Week 2021 Festival. But we're thinking of doing away with the events part and putting something more that will be more engaging for the community. So more of opportunities and talent sharing. Check out the app. If you have any ideas on how we can improve it and make it even better for you, let us know, and how we can even do this together. Thank you so much, people, for listening to us presenting this. And I'll let anyone who has any questions about the app, we can chat about it now, or any suggestions. If not, I'll let Adam from Creators Garage tell us more about what's happening on their end and how we can be involved.
Welcome, Adam. You're on mute. Thank you for joining us.
Sorry, I think I was muted. Can you guys hear me now?
Hey.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Hello. Can you guys hear me? Sweet. So hey, so I'm Adam Kiboy from Creatives Garage, and I'm project manager for them, and I also do. God, I'm not even sure exactly what I do. I just do a lot of things with Creatives Garage, and basically, so we have a festival coming up. It's called Sandeka Alt Alternative. But before I tell you more about the festival, I'll give you a bit more information about Creatives Garage. So how we started was Creatives Garage began as a dream. We wanted to create a space where creators from all walks of life could come together and cut through all the bullshit and wait. Can I cuss? No. Okay. Sorry. I cut through all the nonsense that we have to suffer through as creatives, which is that send it to this office, ni. So basically, we wanted to create a space where we could network, collaborate, and push the boundaries of the creative scene as it is. That's how CG started. So CG being Creatives Garage, and so far we've built a community of about 13,000 creators, like an African village where we have several families being different creative segments and innovative areas who all contribute to the well-being of the whole, being the creative scene. Basically, how we do it is, this is like our ethos, and it might feel a bit weird, but anyway. So basically what we do is we creatively enlighten and spark conversations on unspoken or engage the creative community and help them execute projects, or rather help people start some shit. And we also of Kenya's creative economy, or rather embarrass the government. Can you hear me? Sorry. Or rather embarrass the government and make them feel bad for not doing enough and not doing enough shit for the creative economy. So we conceptualize, we distribute content that's fed by various African narratives. So let's say you're a script writer and you have this amazing script, but you've not been able to have it filmed. What we do as creatives is we take your script, like we'd work with you and your script, you would still own. You get a film crew, you get producers, you get the whole production.
Adam, have you got 4G you could switch to?
Same thing with short stories and even small notes. We publish content by revolutionary women. We curate art exhibitions that have gotten us in a lot of trouble because they've been a bit controversial. And yeah, and we also do a lot of weird work in digital media. I mean, just like you guys at Nairobi Design Week. Actually, one of the best things about seeing the NDW festival is just that the amount of correlation, amount of people that we're working with at the same time. Am I still online? I can't even tell.
You are,
no
yes. Yes, your internet's not great, your signal's not great, but we got it. So who are some of the people from the festival who, first of all, who are the correlations, and then who are some of the people you've discovered, because you told us you've discovered some new creatives?
Like discover new content from your end? No, I didn't mean like we've discovered new content or discovered new content. Yes, definitely. There's a whole list, and give me a second. It should be in a notebook. Because like I wrote down, like going through like the EatDesignRepeat page, there was
maybe you can try without camera and we can share the page as you're talking about them.
No, the pages on my notebook.
Oh, good. But yeah.
But what I meant is like there's like overlap between NDW and Solteka Alt. Sorry, those are my cats fighting. But I mean that's just with Creators Garage. But the festival itself, which I've gone off topic. Can I just read the description, like, so you guys can get an idea of that? Does that work?
Go
Sure,
ahead.
that's fine.
Sure.
Sondeka Alt is basically creativity and innovation go hand in hand, like regrets and hangovers. So Sondeka Festival brings together creativity and innovation. It's a 3-day showcase of East African digital culture. So we're pulling together like innovators who work in augmented reality, VR, digital artists, gamers, and filmmakers, musicians. Like, we're exploring how all of these things blew our minds continue to shape our lives and how we interact with the world. So it's not just a regular virtual expo. We're trying to get people to dig deep into, like, let's say, for example, we've created a digital stage, yeah, which is like a fully immersive VR thing. There's a screen, there's like a whole world on its own, and you could wear your VR goggles, explore it through your screen, your phone, your laptop, whatever. And on that screen, there'd be DJs playing in like the oddest and weirdest locations you could think of. I think one of the DJs is playing in Asol at what's the market? That Story Market, surrounded by tomatoes and onions. We have someone else who's at the giant trampoline place in Village Market. So basically, Basma is playing bounce house music, and then there's VR, there's augmented reality. Basically, we're just trying to present art in a different way, and how this really gets us excited has just been an
Sugar. We're losing you. Can you try without your camera so we still have visual aids?
Okay, cool. Let me office. How's that work?
Much better.
So yeah, so what I was saying was why we're very excited about NDW and Creative Garage and like I mean Sondeka Alt is the fact that is that overlap and all of the I don't say talent because that makes me sound like an event organizer. All of the people that I've seen over the past 3 months, it's been crazy. I did not think we had this much to offer in Kenya. I knew we had a lot, but not this much. Even just like your pictures for your poster, it's like there's a lot of people. And for like Sondeka Art, we have Chucky, who is actually playing, whose set is filmed in the middle of some weird hills somewhere on the coast. And they had like a generator and God knows what else. It is ridiculously cool. Another guy called Kuriba plays a set and he's on a dhow for an hour and a half and he's doing a DJ set. I'm saying with like all the speakers and everything, just sailing along Kilifi Creek and then into the Indian Ocean. So, I mean, show up for the festival, guys. As many as we did show up for this one. But if you have any questions, do ask. I'm keen to answer. Oh, wait, there's one thing I forgot. We also have an award ceremony coming up in 2 months. And that is, the awards are specifically for creatives in East Africa, which is Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya, working in different creative fields. So digital, so some of them are digital art. You know, I'll just type it into the comment area. But yeah, but judging people by pieces they've created over the past year. But if you work in something like film, it's over the past 2 years, maybe you couldn't congregate to shoot something. But I'll put the details in the comment section so you guys can see that.
As you can see on the screen, that's the Sondeka.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like on the left, at the left, that it on a book, but that's like a sample of it. And on the right is our performance lineup. 50 bob to whoever can pronounce the name of that German duo. Schlachthof Bronx. That's not even how it's spelled, by the way. We got it wrong multiple times. They're so pissed. Like, that's not even what it looks like on the contract. They were not happy.
Adam?
I think, yeah.
Would you tell us more about
There's like a little about?
Tell us more about what's on the screen.
So that screen there would be the performers, the DJs, and what's on now is that's a sample of the render. Like, this is before they added all the, what do you call it, textures. There is a video I sent you, but it's literally like someone recording the phone recording the screen. It's going to. With Schlachthof Bronx, I had it right. With Schlachthof Bronx and with DJ Case, we'll be doing, at the end of the festival, we'll have a live Zoom event. And Schlachthof Bronx will be playing from Germany at a club in Munich. Case will be playing from a club in Nairobi. The whole gig will be on Zoom. And we'll have the main stage, and then we'll have a bar section where a bunch of drunk people are getting cocktails and recipes from a bartender, which will also be live. And we'll also have the toilet. If people club a lot, you'd understand the toilet is always a dodgy area. But in our situation, the toilet would be, we have a bunch of comedians in toilets around Nairobi just doing funny stuff. So you could go to the toilet room in the Zoom meeting, and then you just see videos of comedians being ridiculously ridiculous. Go to the main stage, there's DJs performing. And stories behind how drunk were you when you had your last Jaeger bomb, which is the last day of the festival.
Interesting. That's really interesting. Thank you so much for sharing. We look forward to Sondeka Festival. When did you say it's starting again?
There's also an entire section Nairobi Design Week, just saying.
Yes? Sorry?
I said there's also an entire section on Nairobi Design Week.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, we also had a good time with your team, Papa, Santuri, when they came over to interview us. And I had an opportunity to also get some interviews from them. So check out Nairobi Design Week Festival. We have Papa talking about his process, and we got introduced through this same project that Adam is talking about. So Papa did our interviews with Santuri, and we're looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah, and you guys did a great job last year with Lock-In Festival. It was really cool. The website for it was like a map. It looked like an isometric kind of game map. So that's really inspiring. In fact, to let you in, we actually wanted to create for Paint the Court like a game. Sorry for the noise in the background. So we wanted to create like a mini game, 2D RPG sort of thing, or a platformer for Paint the Court. So we're exploring those ideas as well for upcoming projects. So yeah, we're exactly, you said the map came with a lot of challenges. I'm sure that's why we haven't implemented one like that. Something we have done though with the EatDesignRepeat, the people who have signed up and the organizations, if you go on the Nairobi Design Week website, there's actually like a network map to visualize the whole thing. So I'll be able to bring that up, but I'll hand over to Naitiem.
Yeah, we'll definitely be able to share that later. And without further ado, I'm excited to present who's coming next, and I'll just share screen. And that's Bakita. So Bakita, hey. Good to hear from you. So Bakita is an amazing singer, songwriter, set designer, painter, all-round artist. Call it what you may. She's got it nailed. So I'll let you introduce yourself, Pakita.
Okay. So I don't know, should I put on my video?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hey guys, I don't know if you can see me. Okay, I can see myself too. Hey, how you guys? My name is Bakita. Yeah, so I'm a set designer, singer, songwriter, fine artist. So I do like paintings, installations, all of that stuff. Yeah, and I'm really happy to be back on Nairobi Design Week. Yeah, last year we did a really cool project for Together, and the song came out, and yeah, so I don't know, I guess I'll talk about a little bit more about what I do. So each of them being music, set design, and fine art. So the pictures actually that you're seeing over here from my most recent sets. This one that's showing on the screen right now is from Nairobi Yetu. I did a small set for Blocker for his video. This is a recent set that I actually just built on Saturday for music video with Wana Mudama and Fox Elijah. Yeah, this is also for a set that I did for Glenn Raya for his debut video, I'd say. So yeah, that's what I do for set design. I also do stage creation. So I've worked at Kilifi New Year, and Ongala Festival, which were really cool. Obviously, because of COVID, I haven't been able to build stages in some time. But here's to hoping that when it opens up, we can get back to doing that. So I kind of branched into doing more intricate set design after doing stage design, because I kind of started making sets for my own music videos. So yeah, it just built my passion to want to be able to create different worlds for myself. So if you watch a lot of my music videos, there's a lot of, I'd say caricature, in the sense that there's a lot of imagination present. My second to last music video was for my also second to last album. Would I call this an album? Maybe like just an extended playlist. So yeah, that set was so good, and it was, you can also find it on YouTube. You can actually find all of my music on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Breezer, whatever you need. Breezer. So yeah, damn, I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, I was talking about the video for Chamomile. That was one of my more, I'd say, yeah, stagey kind of sets, because we did a lot of the creation for one of the outside scenes, which was like us building, I don't even know why I'm saying us. Okay, I was doing it with Nyukabi, but I did a lot of the heavy stage work myself. So it was like painting, board work, like, yeah, coming up with designs, things like that. And yeah, then the music that followed. So yeah, be sure to check out my stuff on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you have some questions for me.
Yeah, man, like, you're an amazing singer. I love your voice. I love your art, and now stage design. How has this always been the case, or when did you find yourself here? How did it all start?
Well, so it all started from music. I guess that's when I started realizing that I was trying to take this creative thing seriously. I'd say in the way that I now finally presented myself in the creative industry. That definitely started from music. Otherwise, I'd always been like building my own sets for different things. I'd been making music on my own. I'd actually done maybe RSM exams, done like those, what's it called? The festival, like the Kenya Music Festival. And that stuff. And for art, I was just drawing and doing a lot of that in school, actually. I did a small course at the Nairobi Art Center. So yeah, everything had been bubbling for some time, but I started taking everything seriously maybe in like 2017 when I put out my first single. It's called 111. That one is only on SoundCloud. So I was a SoundCloud artist for some time. And yeah, I did that for quite a bit, just putting out music on SoundCloud, trying to also gauge what kind of music I wanted to make, kind of also developing my fingerprint, I'd say, in the sense of, developing my style, developing my visual aid to my music and all of that. So yeah, started from music, now we're here.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I don't know why your camera is tilted on one side, but since you're just about to start performing, if you could just put it to twist
Damn.
it.
So I put it like this because I wanted it to be landscape, but it's okay. I think I can.
Okay.
This way. Stands. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really nice. I love the colors. Wow.
Thank you.
That's another thing. The colors that you pick are so nice. Flowery. Everyone check out Bakita's music videos and check out her music. She's also shared her story during Nairobi Design Week Festival. So you'll find her there sharing more about Jupiter X Pennywise, which they shot with actually an iPhone only. So
yeah,
it's really interesting to see how beautiful could you share more about that actually?
So my latest EP is called Conjunction, and I decided that I wanted to bring the entire project a lot closer to home. The music on the project is very reflective. It has a lot of conversations with my sister, just talking about life, talking about what we want to see happening in our lives, how we want to portray ourselves in life, the kind of truth that we're also trying to carry. And yeah, so kind of when I was developing the idea for the video, I had known that I wanted to involve my family, and I didn't, of course, during COVID, I didn't want to take anybody to my shags to see my show because I'm like, at least me, I've like done my test and everything. And if it's traveling, I know that we're safe. So I didn't want to, just bring too many people into the project. Also, because a lot of my past projects have been very heavily collaboration. So I just wanted something that was almost wholeheartedly just me. So the music for Pennywise kind of instigated me wanting to do it at home because we listen to Jupiter. It's about kind of wanting to go back to a place where we can understand and be ourselves and communicate with each other, and wondering why we aren't pushing to always be in these spaces. So yeah, me and my sister, because she's also a videographer, photographer, writer, kind of this wholehearted creative as well. She agreed to help me execute this mission. And yeah, we went to Shags, took our phone, or rather my phone, also borrowed my dad's phone here and there. So yeah, when I was in shots, she was the one who was filming it. When she was in the shots, I was the one who was filming it. When both of us were in the shots, my dad got some cute little pictures of us, but otherwise I did all of the editing, videography, all of that just by myself, which was really stressful, but very liberating to know that it's possible to create content without having to rely on, because it becomes kind of like a crutch, thinking that you have to wait for people for things to go out. So knowing that you can do it yourself was so, just so uplifting for my journey and what I'm trying to achieve in this life.
That's true. I think a lot of musicians don't go ahead and create videos because of the costs incurred. So some people put a lot of budget in music videos when I think it's more about being smart, because usually when we are starting, we don't have the capital, but we have the talent, we have the community, and it's a matter of thinking, what do I have and how do I get, more or less the result that I'm looking for, despite not having the capital. I think we need to think outside the box as creatives, because money is not going to be handed on the platter, but what else do we have? So I'll let Bakita go ahead and perform.
Hey, so I decided to pick a few songs that I know that are like fan favorites. So I kind of asked some of the people that I've been interacting with over the past few weeks which songs they would like to hear over the next couple of days, because tomorrow I'll actually be having an interview with Capital, which is super cool. And yeah, so these are a few of the ones that might not make it there, but I really, really enjoy, and that I know a lot of the people who listen to my music also enjoy. So yeah, I think I can start from the songs on Chamomile. So I'll start with Nishiki.
So we can be together in the moment, yes, in the moment, yeah. But baby, shake it so we can be together. Ooh, in the moment, yes, in the moment, yeah. Ooh, the way we go, two-step in, you got moves, yeah, you know what it do, what it do. Ooh, the way we go, two-step in, you got moves, yeah, you know what it do, what it do. So we can be together in the moment, yes, in the moment, yes. We all moving has me shook. You pressing and you got that look like you really wrote and changed the book on what it means to be mistook for royalty. Am I dreaming? Can you see me? Are we in this? The way you drag me through the night, or maybe might just start a fight. If you let go, please just hold me tight, cause you buzzing, warming up my soul. Baby, you make me glow, and I never wanna be alone again. You fill the holes in me. Ooh, the way we go, two-step in, you got moves. Yeah, you know what it do, what it do. Ooh, the way we go, two-step in, you got moves. Yeah, you know what it do, Nishiki. So we can be together in the moment, yeah, yeah, in the moment, yeah. Ooh, Nishiki, ooh, Nishiki, ooh, Nishiki, ooh, Nishiki. Woo! That was Nishiki. Ow. So.
Wow, that's so beautiful. God.
Thank you so much. You know, I was like, if we're singing love songs, we have to have some pink in the thing. So I hope you enjoyed the setup as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Vakita. That's awesome.
I think we can all just unmute a bit and like Just for Bakita. Just for a sec.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bakita. And we've got some fans in the audience as well. And Betty says, hey, Bakita, love your art and music. What inspired your latest one, Conjunction, A Kiss Goodbye? And then it says, especially Saturn, because it's my personal fave.
You know, Saturn is a bob. Saturn is a bob. So yeah, like what I was saying, the entirety of like Conjunction was inspired by me just getting to a place that I wanted to put out something that was very reflective of the thoughts that were going through my mind. So I wanted to put out something that was kind of showing that, I don't know, just reflected the conversations I was having with the people around me, that reflected the kind of conversations I was having with myself. Saturn especially, story behind it is a bit sad, I don't know, dark, but you know, we live, we move. I had experienced some sexual abuse a couple of years ago, and last year the abuser actually reached out to me and was asking me why I stopped talking to him. And I don't know, like the whole situation of it like had me really wanting to channel that frustration and that anger, and I didn't want it to just be about him, but to be about all the people in the industry who let people down, all the people who know that they've let someone else down in this way, and to just kind of like, I don't know, spark like a conversation, spark like some kind of, I don't know, like comeback from people. I just wanted to understand, like, I was very frustrated. I just wanted to understand why there's so much just being allowed, and why we allow all of these people to treat us this way, and like just, I expected to just be chill about it, because this guy hit me up and like, he was so surprised that I was upset at what he did. And he accepted that he did what he did, but he thought that it had been long enough for me to have gotten over it by the time he hit me up. So it was like, no, we gotta channel that and put that somewhere for everyone who feels that kind of frustration, so that you're not just in your house feeling crazy, and so you have some heavier validation. So yeah, that's where it came from.
Wow, that's beautiful. Sorry you dropped something.
Yeah, my lights just fell. Give me a second.
At least we can still hear you. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, so much stuff happens, you know, people, like there's so much really bad stuff happening out there, you know, like I don't understand why, I don't want to be gender specific, but why women should go through a lot of sexual abuse, a lot of, you know, gender inequality in our lives, and feel like that's all right. I don't think that's all right, and we shouldn't at all persevere that. I think there's some stuff that British Garage shared during our Women's Day, and there are these kind of cards that my mama told me, and they're just stories that people shared about their experiences with, especially sexuality and gender inequality, and these things that are expected from us as women that are not actually right. So yeah, thank you for sharing that and for singing about it, and let's protect each other and not allow any of these things to happen at all.
Thank you so much. And that's facts. I mean, we don't have to sit around letting these things happen anymore. I feel like this technological age has come with a lot of space for us to have awareness and to have conversations in grander spaces, you know? So it's like, yeah, we don't have any excuse to not do better. We don't have any excuse to not know. We don't have any excuse to not have the space to do research. Like, as much as like, it's not to say everyone should know everything right now, but like, man, there's no excuse as to why you can't go and know what you need to know, you know? Yeah, so yeah. I think that's all I have to say for now before I start rambling for like ever.
Thank you. Do you have anything else to present?
Yes, I have 2 more songs actually, depending on how much.
Wow. Awesome. I think I'll let Esther Kute speak for like 5 minutes, and then we get back to Bakita's song.
So
thank you for joining us, Esther. You know, we're always happy to see you.
Hi.
Esther is one of our mentors. Amazing woman. I love Esther. So
Oh, I love you too, Naitemu and Adriana. Hi. Well, thank you for inviting me, and I'm glad I could make it. I've been having a rather interesting time. If I was to narrow it down, I would say I'm a workaholic who's trying to rest, and I'm a writer who has a writer's block. So it's a very frustrating time for me. Yeah, so what do you want me to say, Naitemu?
well, there's so much that we as creatives can learn from you, in where you've reached so far as, you know, being the boss lady you are. Could you tell us a bit of your journey and some bit of inspiration? We've had Esther Kute on Africa Design podcast. So if you want to know more about her, listen to Africa Design podcast with her more than 1 hour talk with Adrian. So check it out.
Yeah, you can actually just post the link here. I'm always shocked when everyone tells me they watched the whole thing and it was so long. I was worried. I'm like, I'm so worried for you. Do I? But well, my story I feel is rather long. A lot of people have been telling me lately that I'm that person who is young but has lived the life of a 60-year-old person, which I think is kind of true. I love design, of course, but initially I really did not even know what design was. So I kind of always wanted to be an architect. And I noticed a lot of people, this is the journey they start with, like an architect or something like that. Then I got to campus, I was called in to do design. I was praying to God, let it be architecture. Of course, it was design. And then I was a terrible student for a while because I'm like, yeah, whatever, what am I doing here? I used to look at the architecture students. You know, we were housed in the same building in ADD, in the University of Nairobi. So I used to look at the architect students as the cool kids, you know. And I mean, I had quite a number of friends like in Adan, Aseda, those guys. So I used to be like, oh, I wish. And then one of my lecturers, and I always repeat this story, one of my lecturers, turns out, had been quietly observing me. And one day she called me to her office and she said, Esther, there's this program that's happening. It's with this Italian NGO called Terra Nova, and it's design students. We are going to work with Jua Kali artisans, and you cannot say no. And I told her, I'm busy. And she's like, you're busy doing what? Well, I was busy being a bad student. Anyway, so I got into Terra Nova. And I always say I think it changed my life because that's when I truly fell in love with design, and specifically textile design. So that's when I decided to do textile design. Of course, there's fashion under textile. I graduated, my project in undergrad was footwear from recycled textile waste. So old bags, leather jackets, stuff like that. So I made a collection of shoes, handbags, and all these things. And again, I always say that, you know, when you're a design student and you always have a final project that you pin up, what we call a pin up, which is like an exhibition. A lot of my stuff had the red dots, which shows you've sold it, you know. So a lot of my stuff was sold by the time I was doing my 4th year project. Yeah, so after that, I went to work with Shiro Waweru of Fun Kids. She's now doing Fun Homes, amazing woman. She has sort of been my mentor from afar, you know, as a fashion designer. Then I went to work with Bata. And I think my story with Bata is I find that Bata will always be part of my life because I joined Bata as a trainee, a creative designer trainee. So I had no idea how to make shoes. I swear to God, when I joined Bata, I thought shoes fall from heaven. Can you imagine? I'm a designer who thinks shoes fall. I don't know. Anyway, so I was brought in. We were only 2 people in the department as designers. The rest were sample makers. My boss at the time was a white guy from Czech Republic. He was traveling all over Africa because he was setting up PD, product development departments. And PD departments were the ones that were in charge of design. So I was thrown into the deep end, like, woo! And then you go swim with the sharks. It was crazy, my God. But then I always say it was lucky for me because I ended up learning so much. I was working with the managing director from the day I joined the company. I was working with the senior managers. I was working with, you know, men who have been in the industry for 30 years or more. They were older than I've been alive, and they'd been doing shoes for that long. So I was really learning on the job. It was really intense. But then that was a silver lining because it forced me to sort of learn pretty quickly. And I think that played a role in me becoming a senior manager very quickly, because I joined Bata, and within 6 years, I went from a trainee to a
We just lose Esther?
I think so.
Hopefully we can come back to Esther. It's Saturday night internet, so bear with us, but thank you. Esther, as always, full of great stories.
Yeah, listen to more of Esther at the podcast, Africa Design podcast. Really interesting conversations we had with her. I'll let Bakita present as we wait for Esther Kute to be back.
Oh, sorry, Naitemu, I'm back.
Awesome. I'll let you finish.
Sorry for that. Would you believe my phone overheated? That's crazy. Zoom just said, bye, we are tired, we are closing. In fact, it's going to close again. So I think let me let you continue. Let me figure out what's happening with my phone. Then I can join you. But Bakita, wow, good set, beautiful singing. And yeah, amazing. I'm glad I caught that. So,
oh my God, thank you so much, Esther. Damn.
Thank you, Esther. She'll be back. And you can learn more from Esther when she's back. Bakita, take over. Thank you.
Trying to get my phone to balance again. Okay, cool, we're back. So this next song that I have is called Funk. It's also off of Chamomile. So yeah, bye.
I think I need to go to a place to recalibrate, because this form is weathering dangerous, isolate and make me feel strange. Maybe tell you got me to stay, convince me to dig up a roots, or maybe baby I should be brave. Either way you did get all the layers, since I'll be finding a knot on my own. I got my guts and the warm in my throat, preparing me to fight to be able to break meet the details. How they hate to see me coping. This is realness and we own it. If I say shit, no, I'm on it. And you be gagging by the morning. Yeah. I've been moving far ways to go, so I don't lose track. Yeah. I've been moving far ways to go. You see, I'm on the right path. Yeah. I've been moving far ways to go, so I don't lose track. Yeah. I've been moving far ways to go. You see, I'm on the right path. Yeah. If you really do the math, see, I've been treading too carefully. If you really do the math, if you really do the math, I've been treading too carefully. If you really do the math, it's a slip inside through my mind, trying to pinpoint where I lost the ability to feel alive. I spent a decade protecting the charade. I was fine in the end, I still had to do the time up. Kwa ukweli nilikuwa nimecheza kidogo, hata sikuwa na moto. Gizani moyoni nilibeba kwa mgongo, akili kiwasha kwa joto. Healing, I took the time for my healing. Now all your two-faced models be screaming. I stepped away from the thieving to keep my path righteous and beaming, driving. I'm on an upward curve, but I'm driving. All my second guessing is silent. Yeah. In this body unwinding, our souls are beating the silent drum. Yeah. we're leading the migration. Yeah, I've been moving, finding ways to grow, so I don't lose track. Yeah. I've been moving, finding ways to go. You see, I'm on the right path, yeah. I've been moving, finding ways to go, so I don't lose track, yeah. I've been moving, finding ways to go. See, I'm on the right path, yeah. If you really do the math, see, I'll be trying to carry. If you really do the math, see, ooh. If you really do the math, see, I'll be trying to carry. If you really do the math, see, ooh, yeah. Hey, that was funk.
Oh, awesome.
Asante. So I have one more that I'm gonna do for you. So yeah, this one, I guess most people who actually know my music know it because it was my first video out. I hope also the response that I gave to Andeti was helpful. If not, Andeti, please. You already know the vibes, we already been talking, so slide into my DMs and we can definitely have a few more conversations about, yeah, what kind of visual, yeah, how to approach doing visuals for yourself and what to prioritize, what you can do without, how to completely cut the budget if you want to do it yourself. Like, yeah, definitely slide into my DMs and we can talk about that. Yeah, so here's Pump Up the Bass. Pump up the bass, yeah. Step moving to the side, yeah. Pump up the bass, yeah. Step moving to the side, yeah. Hold up, drop it down, show up the funky sound, run it to the ground, show you where the magic's found, show you where the magic's I know you wanna check up on it. This girl, yeah, she gorgeous, a bad thing, she on it. And she free the mind, oh. On the move, she taking flights, yeah. Your whole crew be acting shady. These sauce me choosing, they're hating this gravy. Find a way to act right, yeah. If you wanna take a bite, oh. Hold up, chop it down, show up the funky sound, bring it to the ground, show you where the magic's found, show you where the magic's found, yeah. Lyrics funny flowing cause I'm working through the motions. Would you help me if I told you I was drowning in an ocean inside? Don't assume to see behind the smile. Running, listening, I'm climbing up the well. Pressure was crippling, I was stuck on that spell. Yanni, I wasn't doing so well, or doing much at all. Then do what's right by me and watch them let me fall. How about always a kuni best? Ingo mani kali, e washapuke stress. If narcissistic niggas wanna test, please go ahead so I can save you from yourself, G. Hold up, drop it down, show up the dark funky sound. Run it to the ground, show you where the magic's found. Hold up, drop it down, show up with the funky sound. Show you where the magic's. Move up the bass, yeah. Step to move it to the side, yeah. Pump up the bass, yeah. Step to move it to the side, yeah. Hold up, drop it down. run it to the ground, show you where the magic's found. Show you where the magic's found. This is a funky tune, you'll have you up late at night. Might catch it bursting through the roof. Make sure you call me when you're high. We can vibe. Funky tune, it'll have you up late at night. Might catch it bursting through the roof. Make sure you call me when you're high. We could vibe. Make sure you call me when you're high. We could vibe. Make sure you call me when you're higher. We could vibe. Make sure you call me when you're high. We could vibe. Yeah, that's off of the brakes. Woo.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here today, for all the work you're doing. Thank you for all the inspiration and I don't know, just encouragement that you're giving creatives in Nairobi to believe that, there's actually some organizations and especially NGO organizations out there that are just trying to really get our stuff out there and get people listening to our work and get, so much recognition for the work that we're doing, because man, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of hours, and it really means a lot when you're seen and felt and given space to represent yourself properly. So thank you so much, Adrian and Aitieku, for this.
Thank you so much, Bakita.
Thank you, Bakita.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and it's been the works of so many people have come together to make this work. It's been a community. We want to thank all of you who've been involved in one or another. Just make this work, and let's continue working together. I'd want to introduce. I'd seen Makonde here, but I can see he's gone now. But Makonde is the guy who's made all these amazing posters. Makonde Senior, thank you so much. You can find him at Makonde_Senior on Instagram. He's the guy behind all these beautiful works. And also you can check out more of his work on EatDesignRepeat app. He's also signed up there. So thank you, Makonde. Esther is back. So tell us more, Esther.
Hi, sorry. It's crazy that my phone is overheating. I'll have to check with Samsung what the hell is going on over there. Yeah, so after Butter, of course, I took a break because I'm a workaholic and I overworked myself. And so I've been resting, and then I'm back to teaching. So I lecture design courses. I'm doing my PhD, and the topic is on footwear for persons with disabilities. So if anyone is interested to share information to help with the research, I would be happy to discuss with you, because I'm looking for a lot of information. I'm currently doing my proposal. Yeah, so and then I'm having a writer's block. I'm like, what is going on? I'm supposed to be writing my proposal for the PhD. Oh, I have actually just written a book chapter. So that one is going to be published in Germany. So I'm excited about that. It's about visual culture of footwear in Africa. It's going to be a chapter in a book about the visual culture of Africa. So I'm excited about that. But I struggled. We were to submit it in December. I submitted it, I think, in March. Can you imagine? I used to think writing is easy. When I was a child, when you're asked what do you want to be, I'd always be like, oh, a pilot, and an author, because I love reading. So this is exciting to me that I'm actually now becoming an author, but it's not easy. I really thought it would be the easiest thing I've ever done. It's not. So I have like three articles I'm supposed to be writing and submitting for journals and all, but I've been having a writer's block. So I've been trying to just take time and write, go to places that inspire me. And hey, wow. So if anyone knows a cure for writer's block, please reach out to me. I'll be so happy. Yeah, so I'm also doing mentorship now more proactively in the aspect of I'm working face one-on-one with specific, oh, thanks, Nyambura. Wow, I think, I don't know how to get your contact. Just get my contact from Adrian or Naitemu. Yeah, I would really, I need someone to help me unblock this whole block that I have. Yeah, so I'm mentoring specific designers one-on-one this year. And what we are doing is there's someone who is interested. They didn't actually do design, but now they are doing their masters in Edinburgh University, Betty. And she's trying to see how she can merge her previous experience and current experience learning design for change. Actually, Edinburgh has a master's of design in change. Can you imagine that? So very cool. So we are looking at how can she do this in her life? Where can she work? And I think I always say this: designers who are here, don't limit yourself when you're thinking about your career, when you're thinking about jobs, when you're thinking about doing work yourself, even if it's consultancies. Don't limit yourself to Kenya, because a lot of us, that is our area of exposure. So a lot of people tend to just think Kenya. But I feel Kenya is very limiting to creatives, especially designers. So now that the world is global, I mean, right now with online working, it's truly global. Look for opportunities outside of Kenya. See what you can do, how you can collaborate, which projects you can work on that can open the borders for you, so that you're not limited to working only in Kenya. You can work with Africa, you can work with there's so much out there that I think as Africans, now the way we have the Africa with a K, yeah. So we need to bring, and we are doing amazing things. I've been watching what Nairobi Design Week has been posting, and I'm like, wow, these are some people I didn't even know they exist, and they're doing amazing work. All this work, honestly, find a way to connect with guys abroad, outside of the Kenyan borders, and figure out how to collaborate and work. Move out of Kenya. A lot of people say Kenya is an abusive relationship and we need a divorce. And I think I agree. Unfortunately, especially for creatives. Yeah. So, and then there's another designer. He used to be my student. So he graduated, and then he was one of those students I used to be really hard on. So when he called me back and said, oh, Esther, you used to teach me and I followed your advice, and now I'm doing a project. I want to develop a car. I'm like, what? I have to say, he was someone who was least expected to do that. In fact, I had wanted him I'd wanted us to have the project on Nairobi Design Week. It's just that I didn't want him to rush too much. So I think this is a project we'll probably share with you in future. But he actually wants to make a car made in Kenya. And I know someone will be saying, but Mobius. But the owner of Mobius is not from Kenya, I'm sorry. So yeah, and I think that's the other thing. The fact that he actually wants to explore, he wants to experiment. So I love seeing designers or creatives experimenting, Ah, yes, Jesse. I can see Jesse saying yes. Kenya is limiting to creatives. It's very true. It's unfortunate to see that a lot of creatives, they fly out of Kenya, and that's when they become recognized for their work. So don't be embarrassed. If you need to go out of the border and get your work, get your recognition, get the money. We are doing this for money also. We need to live the soft life. Do it. Don't be embarrassed about it. Yeah. So yeah, so Siva reached out to me. He wants to design a car. We want to make it. I'm like, oh my God, I love cars. I've never really thought about making a car. But the one thing I always wanted to do is I wanted to have a car named after me. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. Let's see what happens. If it comes out well, fantastic. If it doesn't come out well, fantastic. At the end of the day, we've learned, we've experimented, and we've grown. And we can now do something better with it. So I guess I don't want to talk too much, because those who know me know I can talk for a long time. But those are the sound bites I would like to leave with you. One, if you find the opportunity to work outside of the borders, do it, take it, enjoy it, live your life. Yes, we love Kenya, but Kenya does not love us the way we want it to love us. So until it does, explore opportunities outside. Two, experiment. Do the things that are scary. Do the things that take you out of your comfort zone. Because I feel for me, I was able to grow faster because of taking the projects that people would be saying, hey, I cannot take that project because if it fails, I'll be fired. I'll be like, but that's the worst. No one will kill me. So cool. I would take the projects. They would be successful. They would lead to other people saying, oh my God, we want to work with this designer. Who is she? Like, I would actually have the owners of the company, you know, like for example, in Bata, I would have the family members of Bata calling the managing director or the president of Africa to say, I want to work specifically with Esther because she did that other project, you see. So don't be afraid of failure. A lot of people, even designers, I've worked with designers, I've employed designers. A lot of us, we shy away from challenges that put us in the spotlight. I would love to see designers become politicians, you know. I would love to see designers become presidents of countries. I would love to see designers, the leaders of World Health Organization, of IMF, so that when Kenyans are saying IMF, stop giving loans to Kenyans, you're the one who's like, hey, by the way, I've seen these politicians, they're stealing, let me stop. You get my point. Let's create a world that is designed so that it's no longer just a fluke. I want a world where you can actually see this was planned. Anything, whether it's design related or not, it was planned and it's beautiful. Like you live a life that you're not struggling. Anyway, I talk a lot, so allow me to stop here. But amazing work. Thank you so much, Naitemu, Adrian, and all of you for coming for this. It's amazing to see.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you. And maybe perhaps that's the change we need in our, you know, you just mentioned designers being politicians. Maybe the reason why we are having such shit politics is the fact that we don't have this mind thinking creatively in the field. So that's a good point. I think, yeah, we should try and get creatively in all aspects. That's what is needed to make things change.
Exactly.
Thank you. I'll just for a little break, Colin Briano was meant to perform today, but he was not able to join us because of network issues. However, we have a recording of him and Ian Tico too. Thank you for, Ian Tico is also a performer. They're all contemporary dancers and many other things. You know, when I give one title, there's so many others on it for creatives. But specifically for now, we'll share a video and then have Tracy Mora, who's been with us for the last 6 months as our community assistant and who's going to be leaving us, shortly. And she tell us more about her experiences. She's been amazing. Thank you, Tracy. We're going to miss you. I'll play a bit of
yes, Tracy, thank you.
sorry guys, I just realized I didn't share with sound. Did you hear anything?
No sound.
Sorry. Oh no, it's better with sound. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's Colin Briano. Check out more of his content. Colin Briano. He's on EatDesignRepeat app and also on Instagram and YouTube and all platforms. He's a creative cook. That's what he said. He's a creative cook. So check out all the ingredients in his work. Tracy will be on you now.
Hey, am I audible?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. So hi, my name is Tracy. I'm the one who's been behind the Instagram account. You've probably seen my face a couple of times and heard my voice severally. So I guess I'm supposed to talk about my experience working with Nairobi Design Week.
Sorry, your audio is a bit muffled. Sorry.
Oh, okay, wait. I guess it's because your mic is under my scarf. Is this any better?
A bit, yeah.
Even a mic doesn't hurt. What? I can hear Adrian saying something.
Check your Zoom settings.
Wait.
Yeah. Tracy's been really doing some good work on our social platforms. You have checked out her amazing voice behind the scenes audio with a lot of projects that we're working on.
Okay, I can't see the settings for mic on phone. Do I just join again on PC?
I can hear you better now.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. It's not muffled anymore?
Yeah, it's a bit clearer now.
Great, okay. So before joining Nairobi Design Week, I'd only worked in the NGO space. And after I joined, it was like I was exposed to this whole bank of creativity. It was like the floodgates of creativity had opened. I mean, I knew there was talent in Kenya, but working behind the scenes of like putting these people, you know, up and out there with their work really exposed me to the diverse talent that we have in Kenya. And I was like, why are more Kenyans got famous at this rate, you know? And then my other thing I learned from Nairobi Design Week would have to be resourcefulness, which is one of our values. It's amazing how we work with what we have and you get quality content on the other end. Like resourcefulness and teamwork is something that I really appreciate and that I've learned from working at NBW. Another thing about this team that made me really happy to be part of is the diversity, like even the team itself. Naitiemu, David, and Adrian are in Nairobi. I'm out here in Kitale, you know, working for Nairobi Design Week. And we have Shada, who's the illustrator, who's all the way in India, and Felix, who's in London. So we have like people with different mindsets from all over. And also in the projects that we work with, it's amazing, amazing talent from like worldwide. I won't get into it that much, but yeah, diversity is something that I really appreciate about the team. And the fact that I got schooled in all things art and design. Like when I came and comparing myself 6 months ago and now, there's a lot that I have to add on my portfolio just because of Nairobi Design Week. Everything from like graphic design and photo and audio editing. Thank you for schooling me in all things art and design. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tracy, for sharing that. It's been really amazing having you. Sorry. I personally have learned a lot from you also, just interacting with you and, you know, being together as a team. I think last year, really, we really tried to knuckle this down as a team. So whenever you see Nairobi Design Week out there, it's really a team of creatives who are constantly trying to get the, you know, word out there and projects. And it's been really good to have you all the way from Kitale. It's been a digital teamwork, really. It's been digital teamwork effort a lot. So your voice is amazing, man. If anyone has a gig for voiceovers, don't look any further. Just tell Tracy, I need this spoken out. Amazing. It's radio voice,
My
everything.
email is open.
Yeah, reach out to Tracy for audios. Yeah, and visuals too. Yeah, you've been seeing how on our stories, everything. It's really nice to have you. Adrian is online. If you can speak.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tracy. It's been a great 6 months. I agree, you've got a perfect voice for these narrations. So we encourage people to check those out. Some of the recent ones is like the Doing Zero. So thank you, Tracy, for helping out with the social and for interacting with everyone in the community. And now you're joining Metis Collective as well. Do you want to tell us a bit about what they do and what you'll be doing now?
So Metis Collective is all about redefining education, and this is the perfect place for me to plug our recent thing. We have applications open, so if you know anyone who's working in education and is working to transform like an education in any sort of way, like from mental health to gender work, or yeah, you can check out details for applications at metiscollective.org. Oh my God, it's muffled again. I'll put the details in the chat so that everyone can check it out. But yeah, Metis works in redesigning education and like training caregivers. And what I'll be doing is leading one of their campaigns called Keep Kenya Learning. As we all know, schools have been shut down since March last year. And with the way Corona is going, they're going to be shut down for much longer. And what Keep Kenya Learning does is help parents and caregivers with the resources that they need to keep their children learning while they're at home. Yeah.
Thank you for the plug, Tracy. It's great work you're doing.
I have to drop off now. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Tracy.
Enjoy your evening.
Yeah. Thank you, Tracy. So if anyone knows a good community assistant, we need someone who's going to be on our social and really get us going in terms of the social network with a community assistant. So there's a opportunity for one. Let people know. Thank you.
Thank you. And we've also got Makari on.
So Makari is going to be introducing an interesting project, and I'll let her just, all you creatives, be all ears, listen to what she's got to share tonight.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. I just want to say I'm so impressed by all the work that is like in the country. I mean, I'm so impressed with all the creatives and all the talents. So my name is Wanjiru, and I actually live in Vancouver, and I used to work at different startups, and I've been involved with a lot of the tech and entrepreneurship space. And recently I've been home for about a year, so I decided to come home because of the whole pandemic, and I was starting a new project. So the project Makari is pretty much a company that helps creatives, companies, brands find their creative voice, or helps them connect with people outside of the country, because I have a good network of advisors and friends and partners that can help you guys with any type of support. And actually we're working with a company in Vancouver, and they have a cool tool. So I know a lot of you are in the AR VR space, and a lot of you have a lot of like design elements that you could probably use to create a more immersive and creative environment. Sorry, one sec. My friend was supposed to join us, but technical difficulties. So I'm sure, like, if you follow me on Instagram, you follow our Instagram page, you can reach out to his Insta and he will explain more. But it's pretty much an AR VR platform, and you can upload your different creative elements. I know there's some photographers, illustrators, designers, graphic designers in this space. So feel free to check out my Instagram. It's Makari, and yeah, if you want to get in touch and collaborate, and hopefully we can help you strategize and create a business plan and help you with business development in any sort of way. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Sorry, any questions? Any questions?
Are there, okay, I have a question. Are there specific kind of creatives you're looking for, or is it just like a very open platform?
Well, for now, we're still in development, so we're open to whichever creatives. So whatever the needs are of our business owners or brands or partners, but I'm open to get to know a lot of the talent in the country. So feel free to reach out and yeah, let me know what you're up to.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Makari. Reach out to Makari on Instagram at Makari _.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. I really enjoyed this week. I've been so excited to see everything happen. Yeah, it's been an exciting week. Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Since you've been back, sorry, I meant to ask.
Oh, sorry, you have more questions. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. Carry on.
Since you've been back, what are some of the challenges you've observed that could be somehow corrected in the creative industry?
I think a few of the speakers spoke to it earlier, but I feel as if people probably need more access to capital to invest in their creative vision. And I also noticed that a lot of people, like the talent is here. This is probably why what was pushing me to start this project in the first place is because, I want to be able to provide any type of support, whether it's, I can try and reach out to my network and, but I feel like capital and I feel like also, honestly, I don't think it's on the side of the creative. I think so much it's the industry. It's very, how do I say this politically correct? But like, it's very competitive and I don't really like that. I would like to create like an ecosystem where we can all collaborate and we can work as a collective, as opposed to just competing and with the nepotism. And so that's a lot of things I've observed here in Kenya, but it's not only Kenya, it's everywhere. But that's probably why what was pushing me to start this project in the first place, to try and get over those issues and problems.
True. And yeah, I think also for us as Nairobi Design, what we're trying to do is have this community, where we can all work together, because I may not have the capital, right? But I have skills and someone else has skills and we can share, everyone can benefit off of each other's natural gifts, so that whenever it comes to money, it may be difficult for a lot of us because it's money. But when it comes to talent, really, it's God-given. Let's use it to empower each other. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Adrian, I'll let you play a bit of Nairobi Yetu, just to have a bit of a break, and then Nyambura from Akoya can tell us more about what's coming up with Akoya.
Sure, thanks.
Yep. Awesome.
Hey, check it out. K-E-N, yeah. Get on my level, man. Get on my feet. Stay at the kitchen if you're ready to eat. I got much on my plate. Contemplate on my cake. You can't eat if you fake. You either give or you take. You do the math in this case. Don't get put in your place. You get checked in your face. So much game you get laced. How only party no trace. How only west no stress. OCP me don't test. I know your move no flex. Nairobi to NY. Nairobi to NY. Nairobi to NY. Nairobi to NY.
Nairobi, it's survival only. Nipeka kitu I'm flying sioni. Dinner at the party, kwani nipe kinywaji, tripping I'm saucy, kila wakati. I might just have lost it. Young boss man, stop all the flossing. Wanna ringa all the roses. Who's really got all the poses? Nakata nga maji ka Moses. Nadunga nga rangi ka Joseph. I'm sorted. act up, get assaulted. Big bad kama hostage, wacha kujidai weni mdosi we.
Nairobi yetu emwa, Nairobi yetu emwa, Nairobi yetu emwa, Nairobi yetu emwa.
I'm the man around town, yeah they follow, yeah they see me. Wish would, I'm Aladdin, he a genie. I pray to God that my ball, last call, she said you want some alcohol. Yes, of course, 300 horses, blacked out Porsches. All they do is talk, all we do is boss it. This that raw, no stopping, we take it off, cruise control. Glide through the universe like a comet. No guns nowadays, niggas comment. This beat's so sick, vomit on the sweater, moms get that real.
Feel the frequencies, but I just got to be the one who sees my scenes. Everybody's all about just who's just trying to get the screen. But I just know that in this fine time, when I unwind, I just look into my mind like, yeah. And in time we got the tribe like, you're in flying, but you know I always fly like, yeah. Why lie? I'm like Mike, but you know I grab the mic, cause I'm ready just to flow like a ghost. Don't even hit me though, you just know that I'm that who just be hitting the post. Yeah, life can be tough, but you gotta just be able to read all the bluffs in the scene. Yeah, let's talk that, but you know we always peep. Yeah, we ain't got to be the who look for defeat. Yeah, we just got to rise like we young kings. We just got to rise like we young king.
And thank you Blockabit for this awesome album. Everyone check out Nairobi Yetu album. It has 12 amazing songs in it featuring the best talent from Nairobi. So check it out. It's been the soundtrack for Nairobi Design Week Festival, and yeah, it's been a vibe. It's been a great vibe. Thank you. Nyambura from Akoya. Yay! You look so good. Colorful. I love the fabric behind you. Wow.
Thank you. It's a curtain.
Wow. I could wear your curtain.
Yeah, I can see that. You totally rock it. Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations to your team at Nairobi Design Week and what you've been doing. And thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us too. We look forward to hearing more about what you've been up to too.
Oh, well, it's been a long one. So hi, everybody. It's really great to be a part of the community and just getting to sit and chat and hang out. On a Saturday night, the electricity has not gone off. It has been raining. So we're chonjo, we're still here, we're good. So thank you, Adrian and Naitemo, to welcome Akoya and Company, which is a creative enterprise that I founded and have been running for a couple of years now. And our concentration is showcasing African filmmakers, which we have done through different festivals, whether through curatorial work that I do for different festivals like Film Africa, or curating and producing festivals on the continent, like the No Direct Flight Film Festival that you can check out at on Instagram at Akoya Co. I'll put the links in our chats later on. And more importantly, also running the International Screenwriters Association that really tries to link up storytellers from around the world, and particularly storytellers within Nairobi, from just like sitting down and venting to table reads to creating pitch kind of competitions, which is going to be kind of our next concentration as a company. And then really looking at highlighting opportunities, because of the different networks that I have access to, is highlighting opportunities for African artists that are international, and people are actually hungry and looking for African artists and what we do is I usually just post them on @Akoyako on IG or in the, either on the feed or in the Insta stories. Most recently has been Artisan, that is looking to fund artists from around the world, from development stage, like literally if you have an idea and you post it up and people like it, people upvote your idea and it gets attention within the community and the possibility to get grants. And the best thing about grants for artists is that you don't pay them back. You get to actually work on something and create a proof of concept, which is all what we need to get to the next level and to get the next step, which usually is a financing producing phase. So my background was in film, has been in film and television production for about 20 years. I had been living and working in North America for about 15 years. And I just decided it was really important for me. This is before Black Lives Matter movement in North America. So if you're a Black artist and if you're an African artist, if you're a person of color, it was kind of difficult to break through certain ceilings or get into certain spaces. You just had to work twice as hard. And not only was I an African woman, I was also an African woman. So those things do affect your ability to move around through the world. And so anybody who's ever told that's a race issue, that's a woman issue, that's a disability issue, whatever, no, that is a fact of our lives. And that's why we have to work twice as hard and also create inclusion as part of our work. So I was in Montreal working, and I actually started working with the Latino community, creating content. And then I was like, you know what? I'm moving. I need to move. It's not there's no space for me. I'm not getting to do it. I'm not saying nobody did. I just didn't get to do it. And I was like, most of my stories are coming from out of Africa, really. And what do I want to do? I want to set up, okay, I'm scared that the electricity is about to go. We just had a very big thunder. So I came back in 2012 and said, I want to set up a creative enterprise out of Nairobi that's going to be global. And within the past 8 years, even with COVID, we've been able to do it through really also learning how to pivot. So even with No Direct Light, which was one of my favorite projects, this was the last big project that I was on, and I'm in the middle of closing, it went from in real life event to having it online. And one thing about African artists, I'm going to say, like, send your work to curators, send your work to people who are working in festivals, whatever it is, because we get to then tell the world, look, this is what is here. So through No Direct Flight, what I learned is, aside this, yes, there's a general hunger and interest, but even the work that doesn't get into festivals that most people are trying to get to out of Kenya into different international festivals, people were responding to the work that wasn't, quote unquote, festival run type of work. That was their favorite work. And so I really want to encourage people to keep on putting their work out there, getting to know different curators, getting to know different spaces, and sharing what they have. Because what happens is the more we know about it, the more we can stand up for it in the different spaces we are. And that's what I did with No Direct Light. It was a great mix of work from Kenya, East Africa, African diaspora, UK, US, UK and US primarily. And it was really important because it reached across the globe. We had literally from, let's say, New York to Hong Kong, like Hong Kong, Australia, Sydney, across the globe, people were watching this and then asking us, when are you doing this again? When can I see this again? So for me, really with Akoya, it's twofold. It is around producing work, which for me, and it's very interesting that Makari is here. I'm from Montreal, that's East Coast, she's Vancouver. And working also for me is really transcending into a space that I'm moving into that is around, extended reality work, which is an exhibition that I did curate and artistic direct in February 2020. And that was really a time of my life. It was a culmination of my journey as a creator, as a storyteller, and as a producer, where we're working with visual artists to create stories and work in AR, VR, and creating an experience. It was at the Goethe Institute. It was powered by Black Rhino, and it really was an exciting endeavor, as well as it broke records for attendance at the Goethe Institute. And we didn't know what was going on. We kind of, we put it out on IG. We came up with a marketing campaign, and people showed up and filled the place. And thankfully, pre-COVID, and it really was a great experience. And for me, really, it's moving into, and I think now digital storytelling is no longer something that supports, film or visual arts, like it's a thing that is on the side. It is central to the work that we're doing. It is central to how we're creating. It is central to understanding art and evolving our thinking around art and visual storytelling. And really, that's where Akoya is sitting in that space, particularly for Africa and to the world. And so, just check out at Akoya Co on IG, DM, follow. I'm very open to meeting with people and learning what they're doing. Coders, programmers, visual artists, writers, different types of storytellers, because that really is what's going to change how we work. And also a focus really on how to disseminate the work, because we always talk about producing the work and making the work, but how do we get it out there in order to generate revenue? How do we distribute it? Where are people watching this work? How do we access our audiences that are there? Like I will tell creatives, the audiences are there. They need this, they want it, they can't wait for it. It's for us to kind of come together. And that word collaboration is so important. And yes, you will get burned. I've been burned several times. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you continue because you must. And you find your tribe as you go along. So check it out. Check at Akoya Co on IG, and that's mainly the platform I use. Then there's Facebook and YouTube, where it's a big archive. So thank you very much, Naitemu, and I'm open to any questions. I can see one here.
Mm-hmm.
Can artists submit music to her? That's me, I guess, for maybe placements in films, gaming. Yes, by the way, artists, anyone who's dealing with music, it's really important to understand how your music functions and how you can diversify and how to work with various, aside from music producers, audio engineers, really, because the way you work music in a film, how you're part of a score versus how you work in a game, you can literally have one track that goes across. Can you imagine one track that is generating revenue for you across 5 different types of artistic expressions and platforms? So can artists submit music to me? Yes. However, also, Olivia Mbani's music, this film with Sarah Hassan, I forget. It was on Netflix. Can anyone remember the title? I feel so awful forgetting it because I thought it was like absolutely great. And Olivia Mbani made her shot, submitted it to the producers, and her track was part of the soundtrack of the film. As artists, really, you need to take ownership of your work, copyright it, do the necessary, and then go out into the world to sell it. Because your one track, however it's audio engineered, whether it's for a game, whether it's for a film, whether it becomes part of an AR experience, it really has traction. So yes, and for me, like when I work with film, like there's one VR production I'm working on, and I'm basing it on Benga music. So I'm looking at different Benga musicians who will then contribute to the work to create the audio, like the soundscape for it, so that when you walk into this world, you really are in this Benga inspired world. So yes, and find those people and just have a slot of either production managers, producers, be like, I have this track, what do you need? What are you thinking of? Because you need to take ownership of your work and you need to sell. We're in an emerging industry. We don't necessarily have the same agents that mature industries have, that they're placing all of this. But you can once a week do the research and say, you know what, I will contact 2 to 3 people inspired, So I think that would, for sure, that is really important. to take ownership of your work and see where you can place it.
Wow, thank you for that. Actually, Finoshe is the one who asked that question, and Finoshe is an amazing producer, musician, and actually in about 4 minutes, at 8:30 East African time, we are premiering Finoshe's music video called Mos Mos on YouTube.
And I feel absolutely awful for not remembering this film, and I'm doing this right now. I am so sorry. Yes, just in time. I feel so awful because it's like, oh, this is such a great film, you know, putting Kenya, you know, on the map and Kenyan music and all of that. So it's just in time, and that's what happened for sure.
Just in time. I'm gonna watch that. I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, it's a Netflix. It's actually pretty good. It really is. It really, considering the amount of like West African content there, it's really great to see like Kenyan content, and it was a co-production. So it's also like West and East Africa collaboration, which we should have more of. So yes, it's right up my alley.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So check out Akoya, Akoia. Then
yes, let me just put that in our chat, just so that everybody has that. Akoiaco at Akoya Co, Akoya and Company. And the whole idea of Akoya and Company is that it's Akoya and anyone else. It's Akoya and Nairobi Design Week, Akoya and Finoshe, Akoya and anyone else who will come and join and collaborate for us to create something amazing and something that's going to really move people, change how we think. And my tagline was, it's imagine radically. So really changing how we imagine work and storytelling and everything else. And come play. Come play is about how we experimenting. It's important to be playful and inventive. So imagine radically and come play with Akoya and Company.
Awesome. We look forward. Thank you, Nyambura. And
thank you so much.
Thank you for, propelling the creative industry. I love the Noma exhibition. I attended that. It was really beautiful,
Thank you
so let's continue doing that. So Finoshe's music video, Mos Mos, is just about to premiere. It's gonna premiere in like 1 minute. I'll let Adrian perhaps take over that, as we are so excited to see this. So let me know whenever you're ready.
Still not 8:30.
I know. So the music video was worked on by a lot of creatives in terms of the input. So thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Sogalo. Thank you, Eve, and Eunice for joining us in the creation process. Thank you, Adrian, and all of us for being in this together. A few seconds left. Premiere.
And a few seconds left of Nairobi Design Week 2021. Thank you everyone for joining us across this entire week. It's been amazing. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, over 180 people to this live show. EatDesignRepeaters, you're amazing, your work's awesome, and it's inspiring people all over the world. And Finoshe, thank you as well. We've just hit the 2-minute countdown on it. Let me,
you want to share screen, right?
Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. Over 180 people.
We are waiting on the countdown. I can see here Andrew joined us from EatDesignRepeat. Thank you so much, Ian. We love your work. Check out Ian Wanjuku's work on EatDesignRepeat. His illustrations. Yeah. Abrian just joined us. As we said before, Abrian is the creator of these amazing posters. Check out Abrian's work on EatDesignRepeat.com and also on his social platforms like Instagram at Makonde_senior.
Yeah, Abraham, thank you, man. These posters, these artworks are incredible. We hope the creatives enjoy them as much as we do. We're going to be pushing them just because we love them. So thank you, Abraham.
Yeah.
And Finish's music video, Mos Mos. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. We're just going to share that now.
Namba nane low ama nini nitengeza tu ibiti nice nayo wetulia tu ani get hiyo tusikie beat dance nayo acha mambo mingi enjoy life nafaa hivyo si ati nini ati life ni Mos Mos
lenga stress sit tense boss take it slow life ni Mos Mos lenga stress sit tense boss take it slow life ni Mos Mos lenga stress sit tense boss take it slow life ni break it show balance the ball 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 I put it here I put it here I put it here I put it here I put it lenga stress sit tense boss take it slow life ni Mos Mos lenga stress sit tense boss take it slow life ni Mos Mos lenga stress sit tense boss take it slow life ni Mos Mos life ni break it show balance the ball balance the ball balance the ball balance the ball I put it here I put it here I put it I put it here I put it here I put it I put it lenga stress sit tense boss take it slow take it slow take it slow take it slow lenga stress sit tense boss take it slow life ni Mos Mos lenga stress
life ni Mos
lenga stress yo
life ni Mos
take it slow
Thank you, guys. That's Finoche. Check out his stuff at Finoche. So check out the video on YouTube at Finoche, right? So he just released an album, or rather released an album last year called Sun from Kibera. And Mos Mos is one of the songs in there. And there's a lot more amazing songs in Sun from Kibera. So check it out. It's out on all platforms. Finoche, would you like to say something? I'll let you speak for yourself. Okay. Anyway, Finoche, thank you so much. So
I'm here.
Okay.
I just want to say thank you guys, for making this project come into reality. And the goal this year is togetherness. So community over competition. I'm just telling, like everyone, each and every artist, if they want to make, their project successful or something, they should consider, working with people to make their projects come into reality and to be successful. So I just want to say thank you once again and kindly enjoy the music video, watch, listen, share, subscribe. Thank you. That's all. Yeah.
Nightable, can I say something?
Yes, please.
Oh wow, that's such a good, a feel good vibes song, you know. I just, oh sorry, Finoshe, are you speaking? Sorry. Oh, okay. So I just wanted to say, maybe guys could also click on the link and watch the actual video also.
Definitely. Watch the actual video. It's because you can see it on higher resolution and better quality as opposed to the screen share.
Give Finisher a like.
Yeah, give Finisher a like, subscribe to his channel, get more of his good music in your profile. I can see Esther is enjoying it. So quickly on our screen is Ian Wanjuki, who joined us on this Zoom call. So Ian is one of the creators from EatDesignRepeat, and this is his work. Check out his work. We'd like to apologize to Ian for writing his name, misspelling his name during the festival video. So sorry about that, Ian. His correct spelling is Ian Wanjuki, not Wajuki. So thank you, Ian, for your amazing work here on the profile. So if anyone's looking for an amazing illustrator, as you can see, dope work. Ian, would you like to say one or two just as we're winding up?
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm audible enough. Yeah. So basically, I started digital art from around last year. I'd say it's mostly the pandemic that helped me start because I had a bunch of free time and figured why not start this now if the chance comes. So I mostly do character designs. You can see some of them showing up. I haven't started doing commissions yet, but I'm working on a price list. So you can send in commissions, mostly character design based work. Yeah, that's basically it. A little fan art. I'm hoping to try maybe do a little more creative things, or like maybe try get out of my comfort zone a bit because it's mostly just drawing people, working on backgrounds, etc. So you can check out my work, see what it's like, and go follow, like, and yeah, hopefully there's more to come.
Thank you, Ian. So check out his work. You can check it out at EatDesignRepeat.com as Ian Wanjuki, or on his Instagram as Sunbeaming, right? At Sunbeaking. Sun SUN Beaking, SUNBEEKIN. Sunbeaking. Interesting name. Ask more about where that name came from.
You can ask me later. Probably it's a bit odd, but yeah.
How's your experience with the app so far?
The first time it was a bit rough because you start from knowing nothing, and it has like so many. Whenever you start a new app, you see so many tools on the side. You don't know what does what. But slowly, I'll say every time I start a new drawing, I feel like I learn something a little extra. YouTube tutorials have helped out a lot. Pinterest, there's so much like you just start slow. I don't know. I feel like if you can drawing digitally it's possible. The learning curve is a bit steep, but I wouldn't say it's been hard. It's been actually quite enjoyable.
Mm.
Yeah.
Also, are you talking about your process of creation, like the digital work?
Yes.
What do you
Yes.
use? What do you use to illustrate? What software?
I started with Autodesk Sketchbook because it's free and it has basically all the features you need to draw. For the most recent one, it's the first time I tried using Photoshop. If you can figure out one app, all the others should come a bit easier. So I think from now on, they all use I'll be using Photoshop.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, and
Yeah.
check out more of his work.
Thank you very much.
We're just coming to an end, guys, people. Brian, you're here. We've been talking so much about the posters you've created. Would you like to share perhaps more about them? Because now you're here, people can hear from your perspective.
Hi, what's up, good people? My name is Abraham Makonde. For those who don't know me, I'm the designer behind NBW 2021 posters. Basically, that's what I can say. But I've done this with the whole team. 2021's theme was togetherness. That's what I believe, and I'm actually so proud of this project. It's one of the best projects that I've ever done in regards to just the kind of art I normally have on my Instagram. So yeah, most of my inspiration is from quite a number of artists. We have my very inspirational artist that I ever look up to is Temi Cocker. But then, I also have to do something different. So yeah, just a bit vibes from Temi, and then, a bit of my creativity as well. So yeah, I'm so happy to be part of NDW 2021, and I'm actually so happy to be part of this project. To the few designers, the musicians, and the artists that have also gotten to learn, I'm so proud of all of you guys. And I'd also like to give a big shout out and a thank you to Jesse. Jesse is the guy behind the videos, Yeah, so just a big shout out to him. He's also going to teach me quite a bit, So yeah, and just as what Finochet has just said is that when a number of people come together, great things happen, and that's it. Togetherness just creates awesome stuff. Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Your work is amazing. I don't know what to say. Like the posters, I could even, when I saw the posters, I think I told Adrian I could print them out. I could print them and put them in my wall, because it's just like I feel like a star when I see the poster.
Yeah, and in fact, I agree. It's a shame this year is the first year we didn't print posters. So
yeah.
It's something we'd probably just like to have one back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I would want to print them as soon as possible, only that we don't have public art affairs. But yeah, soon.
Yeah, and they also look good, just on the screen also. Just looks really good. Thank you for sharing. What tools do you use to create this software? Do you use?
I use two Adobe products. So I normally use Adobe Illustrator and I use Adobe Photoshop. So those are my main tools that I work with. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Check out more of Abraham's work at Makonde_senior on Instagram, and also on EatDesignRepeat.com at Abraham Makonde, I think.
Makonde Senior.
Makonde Senior. Yeah. Awesome.
On EatDesignRepeat, it's Abraham Makonde, but Makonde on Instagram, yeah.
Okay, Abraham Makonde on EatDesignRepeat. Thank you so much. We're coming to an end.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much again, everyone who's joined us, everyone who's tuned in, everyone who's participated and contributed, and to our wonderful partners. You'll be able to find all the events, all the live streams, and the launch at nairobidesignweek.com/2021. And that's where you can find everything that's taken place. And we're about to put that live stream right there. And then thank you so much to our partners as well. Design Manchester, who we're doing the Doing Zero project with this year, and the British Council, Kenya Lighting Industries for always keeping us inspired and keeping us creating new things, Arts Thread and what design can do, and Star World, you've all really helped us with media this week, so thank you. And Open Design Africa, Free Mind Sessions, Refugee Design Kenya Society, and Hisi Studio, and Karakana. Thank you all.
Thank you to everyone. This has been such a community effort. Like, it's been like the tree, you know how a tree blossoms and there's fruits in the end and we can all eat the fruits. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Go check out Finishe's music video, Mos Mos, if you haven't.
Mos Mos by Finishe. I'll let Adrian close up with some music from Blocker as we all say good night. Any final remarks, maybe? I don't want to hold anyone from speaking right now.
We're good. Good night, guys. Good night. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too, Abraham. Again, sorry, I met you before. Okay, gonna play? All right.
Yo, listen. OG, yeah, I'm on my shine. BV, yeah, handle mine. If you think you gon' mess with me, you better get your ass right back in line. Been on my grind, been on the hustle. Everybody know it's my time. This ain't a facade. Come to the hood, I'll show you what's good. Ain't no reason to be acting a fool, cuz I'll be thinking how life used to be. Corona got me really moving differently. I'll be thinking how life used to be. Corona got me really moving differently. That world is changing right before the eyes. World is changing right before the eyes.
Pardon my French, I'm not sipping that lean. What you know about beans that just gets to your feet. Looking at the disco ball with this unique display of beams. As the zombies just bob until they get cold feet. A finder of a cloud rider, seeking the sky as a preface. As the winds just gather, but his eyes are in another space. It's no disgrace to seek your own. Live with your mind, to seek the shore to the waters. It's your own race. Mistakes are always made, but like a disciple, you just let it fade. It's not a race. When you seek your own day,
gratified by the wonder, the sun shines in my mind.